Hi, my name is Rahul Srivastav and I once again welcome you in our new episode. Now, many times when a customer approaches a bank for availing housing loan, when he is a salaried customer, then the calculation becomes very easy for determining the eligibility of a housing loan. But when a business professional approaches to us, then it becomes quite difficult for many of us to determine the eligibility, because then comes the role of balance sheet, then comes the role of profit and loss statement, etc., etc. Also, very recently RBI has introduced the new LTV norms, or we can say it has revised the new LTV norms. So based on that new LTV norms, how to determine the eligibility of a housing loan of a business professional is what we are going to learn in this video of ours. So without any further delay, let us switch over straight to the topic. Okay, now this table is in front of you, wherein we have the financial year as 1920, then 2021 and 21-22. Right? Now on the left hand side you can see this is the net profit, this is depreciation, and taxes we have minus. So these two we will be adding, and taxes we will be subtracting. Now what would be the total? We will see how to calculate this net profit and depreciation from profit and loss statement. So now first you have to, when a business professional approaches you, first हमें क्या करना है? We have to demand the audited balance sheet and profit and loss statement of the last 3 years. Now suppose we have taken the last 3 years as 1920, 2021 and 21-22. Okay, now what we have to do is, we will simply go to the profit and loss statement of that particular client. Okay, now suppose this is the profit and loss statement of that particular client. Now herein what we have to do is, we have to check the financial years. Now this is 2021. Wait a minute. Now see, this is 2021, this is 21-22, right? Now what we have to do is, we have to first see the net profit. So you can see here net profit, you can see here net profit carried to the balance sheet. So net profit for financial year ending 2022 is 301,449.63, and likewise for financial year 21 it is 6,76,307 rupees. Now these two we have to note it down, right? Now first we have written the net profit, then we have to write down the depreciation. Now you can see here depreciation is coming as, for financial year 2022 it is this much, and for financial year 21 it is this much. Okay, now these two first you jot it down in your table that just now we had prepared. So as I said you just now, for financial year 21-22 it was, net profit was 3,01,049 rupees, right? And depreciation was 1,68,547, right? Now same way for 2020-21 the net profit was 6,76,307, and depreciation amount was 1,49,754, which we will reconfirm. See, 168,547 and 149,753 is the depreciation, and net profit 3 lakh and 6,76,000. Okay, now we'll go to 2019-20. Now same way for 2020 financial year 1920, see financial year 1920 the net profit is 6,02,886 and the depreciation amount is 48,613, right? So these two we will write it down in our 1920 portfolio. So net profit is 6,02,887 and depreciation amount is 48,630. Now, when it comes to taxes, then we have to see the ITR acknowledgement file that customer has submitted. So, we'll now take an example for this. Now, suppose customer has submitted the financial year for assessment year 21-22, right? So, for financial year 21, suppose this is for assessment year 22-23. Let us suppose this is for assessment year 22-23, right? So that our calculation becomes easy. Now here you can see the taxes paid is 2,53,995. 2,53,995. Now you have to check once again whether it is having the same PAN number, name of the proprietor. If it is a proprietorship firm, the name of the proprietor is same, address is same. Then when was it filed? Then you can check with the e-filing acknowledgement number as well, and all those things that due diligence you have to take care of. Now coming to the point, now the taxes paid here is 2,53,995. now जब ये taxes pay कर दिया उसने, तो हम ये taxes जैसा हमने बोला कि we have presumed it for assessment year 22-23. so taxes पे कितना आ जाएगा? taxes पे आ जाएगा हमारा यहाँ पे 2,53,995. same way suppose for 2020-21 it is 2,50,000 rupees. okay, 2,50,000 rupees. and same way suppose for 19-20 it is 20,000 rupees. this is just an example to make you understand. okay, now what I have told earlier, net profit और depreciation को हमको add करना है, and with that total addition we have to subtract the taxes amount. अगर taxes amount है, अगर if it is nil then we have to simply put there as 0. now इसका अगर आप total करोगे तो it would come to 6,31,500 rupees. okay, now अगर आप इसका total करोगे तो it would come to around 5,76,061 rupees. and if we do the total of 21-22 then it will come around 2,15,601. now अभी आपको क्या करना है, all these total of 3 different years, of 3 different financial years, you have to take out the average. now once if you will take out the average, means you will add this, you will add this, you will add this, and then you will divide by 3. so once you have divided by 3 you will get the amount as 4,74,387 rupees. this is the average annual income of that particular proprietor, right? now to calculate the monthly income we will simply divide this 4,74,387 divided by 12. so once we have divided it by 12, the amount we will get is as rupees 39,532, which means that this is his monthly income. अब ये हमारा monthly income निकल गया, which is 39,532, right? इसके बाद what you need to see is our FOIR deduction norms. FOIR deduction norms. now what does this FOIR deduction norm says? FOIR deduction norm says that if there are two criteria, that one is annual income and one is gross monthly income. so we have simply calculated the gross monthly income. so it says that if gross monthly income and permissible deductions, right? gross monthly income and permissible deduction. if gross monthly income is less than 25,000 then maximum permissible deduction, see, maximum permissible deduction allowed is only 60%, then if it is between 25,000 to 2 lakh rupees then it would come to maximum 65%. okay, now if it is greater than 2 lakh rupees, then maximum deductions allowed is 70%. it is 70%. okay, so यहाँ पे हम क्या निकालेंगे? यहाँ पे हम निकालेंगे monthly income is 39,532. so it falls within the bracket of this 65%. so what we'll do is monthly income is 39,532 and 65% of this, which comes down to 25,696. So this is the maximum deduction which can be allowed under this particular case. If there is some deviations, there are certain deviations with respect to monthly income also, but we are considering the case without considering the deviation. So here monthly income coming is 25,696 with which is 65% maximum. So maximum EMI which he can be allowed is 25,696 rupees, right? Now you have to check the CIBIL deductions. What are the CIBIL deductions? So CIBIL deduction, suppose in our case is 0, there are no deductions under his CIBIL score. So इस case में maximum EMI allowed is 25,696 rupees, right? Now comes the new LTV norms. So what does the new LTV norm says? So the new LTV norms of RBI simply says that if the amount is up to 30 lakh rupees, then LTV ratio and accordingly his margin. So in this case the LTV ratio would be 90%, so automatically the margin will come to 10%. If the amount is 30 lakh to 75 lakh rupees, then LTV ratio would be 80% and margin will be 20%, right? Now if it is greater than 75 lakh rupees, then LTV ratio will be 75% and margin will be 25%. Now if there is any CRE exposure, means if the rate of interest applicable is commercial rate of interest, then commercial real estate exposure, then it would be 75% LTV norms and again margin would be 25%. So now what you have to check, guys, if the property is under construction. If it is under construction, then you have to simply check the agreement value. If the agreement value is less than 30 lakh rupees, then straight away you can give 90%. If agreement value falls between 30 to 75 lakh rupees, you can give 80%, and if it is greater than 75 lakh rupees, you can give 75% maximum value, right? This is clear. If the case is of resale, then you have to first do the valuation, and under valuation RV value you have to take, which is realizable value. If realizable value or agreement value, whichever is lower, now that particular value you have to take. Again, if that particular value falls within the bracket of these three, accordingly you have to decide the LTV ratio, and based on that whatever is coming this one amount maximum per EMI allowed, based on that you have to see his CIBIL score. Based on that CIBIL score you have to determine the rate of interest, and then you have to see his age limit. Maximum you have to decide the tenure, and based on that you can go with the EMI calculator sheet, and then you can tell you can determine his eligibility value. In case you are not aware of how to determine the eligibility value based on the maximum permissible deductions, then I have prepared a separate video on that under my Excel series of video named as Goal Seek. So you can go to that particular video and you can determine the eligibility value as well. So I hope this video was useful to you. Also I have prepared a different video, a detailed video on the entire housing loan portfolio. Entire thing is covered under that in coordination with Neha Jha ma'am. If you have not watched the video, then you can go to my YouTube channel, you can go to video section, and then you can see those videos as well. So thank you for watching the video. I will surely come out with some other video very shortly. Till then, take good care of yourself, and do not forget to share this video, and please do subscribe to channel if not done yet. Thank you.